there, our science-minded learners. Welcome to Science Street, where learning becomes fun and easy with Teacher Honey. Before we start, let us bow our heads and feel the presence of God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good morning, kids! How are you? Are you energized or are you sleepy? I have an idea! Raise your hands if you want to sing and dance. Alright, may I request you to stand up? This song is titled The Private Part Song. Are you familiar to this song? Alright, just follow Teacher Honey, okay? These are my private parts, private parts, private parts. These are my private parts and nobody should see them. Nobody should touch them. Nobody should feel them. If you touch my private parts, private parts, private parts. If you touch my private parts, I will tell my mommy. I will tell my daddy. I will tell my teacher, so don't you ever try it. You may now take your seats. Children, what was the song about? Exactly. The song is about our private parts. Everyone has body parts that are private. We call them private parts because they are covered by underwear. And according to the song, we don't allow others to what? To see, touch, and feel them. For boys, the private part is called the penis. For girls, it's called the vulva. But did you know that some people incorrectly use the term vagina for girls' private part? It is because they are not aware that vulva is the correct name for this. The penis and vulva are the outer parts of our bodies. But imagine a house that has doors and windows on the outside. Are there rooms and things on the inside? Correct. The answer is yes. Just like a house, our private parts are also connected to other special parts inside our body. Together, the outside parts and inside parts form what we call the reproductive system. The term reproductive comes from the Latin word reproduce that means to produce again, referring to the system's role in producing new life. Oh, what's that sound? A baby. The reproductive system of human has two types. Who are the boys here? Did you know that you have a male reproductive system? That is the number 1. How about the girls? Did you know that you have a female reproductive system? That is the number 2. The first external structure in male reproductive system is penis. It has 3 main parts: the root, body, and glands. The root is the part that attaches the penis to the lower part of the abdomen. The body or shaft is the long middle part. And the glands or head is the rounded tip, sometimes covered with a fold of skin called the foreskin. The penis has important functions. It allows the passage of the urine from the bladder to the outside the body. It serves as the passageway for semen, which contains the sperm during sexual reproduction. It expels the semen in a process called ejaculation, where the sexual climax or orgasm can be formed. But when the penis is erected or enlarged from its size, urine flow is blocked. And sometimes, the foreskin is removed in a medical procedure called circumcision. The second external structure in male reproductive system is the scrotum. The scrotum is a loose pouch of skin that hangs behind the penis and contains the testicles, nerves, and blood vessels. The functions of scrotum are: it protects the testicles, and it regulates the temperature for sperm production by acting as a climate control system. The third external structure in male reproductive system is testicles, or also known as testes. The testes are oval-shaped organs found inside the scrotum. Most men has 2 testes attached by the spermatic cord. It contains seminiferous tubules where sperm is produced. The functions of testes are the following. They produce testosterone, the main male sex hormone. They create and develop sperm cells through spermatogenesis. They support male fertility and secondary sexual characteristics that, for example, deeper voice, muscle growth, and body hair. The fourth external structure in male reproductive system is epididymis. The epididymis is a long, curled tube located at the back of each testicle. The functions of epididymis are it stores sperm cells produced in the testes, it transports sperm from the testes, it helps sperm mature so they can fertilize an egg, and it pushes sperm into the vas deferens during sexual arousal. The first internal organ in male reproductive system is vas deferens. The vas deferens is a long muscular tube that carries the sperm from the epididymis into the pelvic cavity, located just behind the bladder. Its function is it serves as the passageway for mature sperm, transporting them to the urethra in preparation for ejaculation. The second internal organs in male reproductive system are ejaculatory ducts. The ejaculatory ducts are the tubes formed by the joining of the vas deferens and the seminal vesicles. Its function is to carry the semen into the urethra for ejaculation. The third internal organ in male reproductive system is urethra. The urethra is also a tube that carries urine from the bladder to the outside of the body. Its function is to carry the semen during ejaculation while blocking urine flow during the orgasm. The fourth internal organs in male reproductive system are seminal vesicles. The seminal vesicles are the sac-like glands attached to the vas deferens near the bladder. Its function is to produce a sugar-rich fluid or fructose that provides energy for sperm and aids movement, make up most of the semen volume. The fifth internal organ in male reproductive system is prostate gland. The prostate gland is a walnut-sized gland located below the bladder and in front of the rectum. Its function is to add fluid to semen in order to nourish the sperm, and urethra passes through it to carry the semen out. The sixth internal organ in male reproductive system are bulbourethral glands, and these are also called as Cowper's glands because they were first described in 1699 by the English anatomist William Cowper. The Cowper's glands are small pea-sized glands found beside the urethra just below the prostate. Their function is to produce a clear fluid that lubricates the urethra and neutralizes acidity from urine traces. Now that we're done to the internal and external structure of male reproductive system, let's learn about the female reproductive system. The first and upper external organs in female reproductive system are breasts. The breasts are specialized paired or two organs located on the chest or thoracic region. The breast has 6 parts: 1 mammary glands, 2 milk ducts, 3 adipose or fat tissue, 4 connective tissue, 5 nipple, and 6 areola. Number 1, the mammary glands, which are also the second external organ in female reproductive system. These are the milk-producing glands of the breast. They are modified sweat glands that become active in females during puberty and especially after the childbirth. Arranged in 15 to 20 lobes per breast, each mammary glands containing smaller lobules that end in clusters of alveoli or milk-secreting sacs. Number 2, the milk ducts, are also called the lactiferous ducts. These are small tubes that carry milk from the mammary glands to the nipple. They expand near the nipple to form lactiferous sinuses where some milk is stored before being released. Number 3, the adipose or fat tissue. This fat gives the breast its size, shape, and softness. It provides cushioning and protection to the mammary glands and ducts. The amount of fat or not glandular tissue mainly determines the breast size. Number 4, the connective tissue. It includes fibrous bands called Cooper's ligaments that support the breast and help maintain its shape. It also holds the glands, ducts, and fat together in place. Number 5, nipple. It is the central waist structure through which milk is delivered to the infant. It includes openings of the milk ducts, and it is rich in nerve endings, making it sensitive to stimulation, which can trigger milk letdown reflex during breastfeeding. Number 6, the areola. which is the circular pigmented area surrounding the nipple. It contains sebaceous glands, specifically the Montgomery's glands, that secrete lubricating fluids to protect the nipple during breastfeeding. Its pigmentation helps the infant visually locate the nipple. The third but lower external organ in female reproductive system is vulva. The vulva is the collective term for the external female genitalia located in the pubic region. It has 6 main parts: the mons pubis, the labia majora, the labia minora, clitoris, the urethral opening, and the vaginal opening. The mons pubis is a fatty tissue over the pubic bone covered with hair after puberty. The labia majora is a large outer folds of skin that protects the inner structures. The labia minora is a smaller inner folds of skin that protects the openings of the vagina and urethra. The clitoris is a small, sensitive erectile organ rich in nerve endings important for sexual pleasure. The urethral opening is where the urine leaves the body. And the vaginal opening or entry to the vagina through which menstrual blood exists, sexual intercourse occurs, and childbirth happens. The first internal organs in female reproductive system are ovaries. The ovaries are a pair of small, almond-shaped glands located on both sides of the uterus in the pelvic cavity. The ovaries has important functions such as it produce and release female sex hormones or estrogens and progesterone, generate ova or eggs, which is the female gametes from oocyte cells, release a mature ovum during ovulation each month, provide the ovum that can be fertilized in the fallopian tube and later implant in the uterus. The second internal organ in the female reproductive system are fallopian tubes. The fallopian tubes are a pair of muscular tubes that extend from the upper corners of the uterus to the ovaries. This ends in a funnel-shaped part called infundibulum, lined with finger-like projections called fimbriae. Their functions are to capture the released ovum or egg from the ovary using the fimbriae, to provide a passageway for the ovum to travel from the ovary to the uterus, to use cilia and smooth muscle contractions to transport the ovum, and serve as the typical site for fertilization by sperm. The third internal organ in the female reproductive system is the uterus. The uterus is a hollow, muscular, pear-shaped organ located behind and above the urinary bladder. It is connected superiorly to the fallopian tubes and inferiorly to the vagina through the cervix. Moreover, it is commonly called the womb as it houses and supports a developing fetus during pregnancy. Its functions are, it provides a site for implantation of a fertilized egg, it nourishes and supports the embryo during early development, which is the endometrium or inner lining. It expands to accommodate the growing fetus throughout pregnancy. It contracts during childbirth to push the fetus through the birth canal, and undergoes cyclic changes or menstrual cycle to prepare possible pregnancy. The fourth and last internal organ in the female reproductive system is vagina. The vagina is an elastic, muscular tube connecting the cervix of the uterus to the exterior of the body. It is located below the uterus and behind the urinary bladder. Its functions are it serves as the receptacle for the penis during sexual intercourse. It transports sperm to the uterus and fallopian tube for fertilization. It acts as the birth canal, stretching to allow the passage of the fetus during childbirth, and it provides the pathway for menstrual flow to exit the body. That ends our lesson for today. Since you now have knowledge about the parts of the male and female reproductive system, always remember to keep them clean and healthy. Take a bath every day, wear clean underwear, and practice good hygiene to avoid infections. See you next science discussion, children!